Smoking is prohibited inside every workplace in our state thanks to the Clean Indoor Air Act. In some workplaces, the policy is expanded to include the entire campus. Well, now one hospital will become the first in Maryland to take its policy even further. It will not hire tobacco users, period.
Well, Jamie, Arundel Medical Center has banned smoking since 2007. But starting just last month, the use of any tobacco products, including e-cigarettes, is now prohibited throughout the entire campus. This time next year, the policy will include tobacco-free hiring. And though law experts say the policy is legal, it's still not without controversy. Arundel Medical Center is taking a stand against smoke. You can't go very far without seeing signs that tobacco isn't welcome in any form, anywhere on its campus.
It's a big part of the mission of the hospital, of course, to maintain the health of the employees, but also the well-being of the environment and the health of the community. And so that's really where this is coming from.
Cigarettes, cigars, e-cigarettes, and chewing tobacco are all prohibited. Come July 1st, 2015, using these products will also be grounds for rejecting job applicants.
New applicants for employment will have a nicotine test, essentially, to see if there's any nicotine byproducts in their urine prior to being accepted for employment.
The medical center is following in the footsteps of a handful of hospitals nationwide that have adopted smoker-free hiring policies, though AAMC is the first to do so in Maryland.
We're fairly confident that under that case law, Maryland being an at-will employment state, that there is not a legal impediment to imposing such a policy.
Kathy Hoke is director of the Legal Resource Center for Public Health Policy at the University of Maryland Carey School of Law. The center helps businesses, government agencies, and advocacy groups develop sound and effective policies to reduce tobacco use.
One of the issues that one has to look at is, are there any kind of legal protections for smokers that might come into play here? One might look at the Americans with Disabilities Act to determine whether tobacco addiction would be considered a disability, and it is not. And so, kind of clear that hurdle of it not being considered a disability there.
29 states and the District of Columbia have laws that prevent employers from discriminating against tobacco users. Maryland does not. Though the policy is legal, Hoke says there are other questions to consider.
Folks in lower socioeconomic groupings tend to smoke at higher rates. And so will this policy result in, if it were expanded beyond Arundel Medical Center, frankly, will it result in, less employment opportunity for the least among us?
Kathy Reisenwitz, an editor at DC-based Young Voices, says it can also be viewed as a business decision. People who use tobacco products cost more for their employers to insure.
Smokers, the obese, people who like to eat fast food a lot, whatever it is, I think they should be really concerned about delinking health insurance from employment. I really think that this would help disincentivize or remove that incentive to discriminate against them in employment.
Dr. Stephen Cattaneo says the ultimate goal is to promote wellness and prevent disease. As part of the policy, the hospital is expanding its free tobacco cessation programs, including increasing the number of treatment specialists and the availability of classes and counseling.
Smoking has huge implications. It's the single biggest preventable cause of death and disease that we know of it worldwide, and has major implications for heart health, lung health, vascular health, and so forth.
But will other types of employers follow suit? Hoke says it's unlikely.
I don't see this particular stick as being something we're going to see a lot of in Maryland. Again, maybe another hospital system, maybe another health facility, but I don't suspect it'll take off among private employers.
Current employees who use tobacco do not have to worry about losing their jobs. The no tobacco hiring policy will only affect new applicants starting the 1st of July next year.